Can a man wear women's clothing? Guys, stay with me. I'm dead serious about this video, and I'm not talking about cross-dressing. No, in today's video, I'm going to talk about clothing that's manufactured for women that a man can actually pull off. All right, so I know this video is going to ruffle some feathers, and I know about Deuteronomy 22:5. I'm talking about unisex clothing here, and I'm not talking about cross-dressing. No, what I'm talking about is clothing that's manufactured for women that a man can still pull off, and no one's actually probably going to know or even care. And this comes from a friend because I've had people over the years email me saying, hey, I found this piece of clothing and it looked great on me, but I never wanted to cover the topic until a friend of mine who loves women's flip-flops said, hey, this is why I do it. They simply are better quality. It's a great deal. I've got 5 pairs that I've gone through over the last 5 years. And for you, sir, I am creating this video, and you know who you are. Item number 1 on this list, coats, specifically the trench coat. So years ago, I had a gentleman send me a picture, a trench coat that he found for like $5 at a thrift store. He's a smaller guy, 5'2". He's like, Antonio, this thing is a Burberry. It looks great. Look at this picture. And I looked at it. I'm like, wow, it does look great. Then a few days later, I looked at the image again because there was just something off about it. I didn't know what it was, and maybe because we just written an article about trench coats, but I realized the patch is on the other side. And then I looked at the buttons. The buttons are on the wrong side. Why would they do this? And I realized this is a woman's trench coat. I am that 1 in 1,000 people who will pick up on this. This is my job, to identify these small details. For this guy, he felt great. He got an awesome deal. He was confident in it. And I'm not going to go back and tell him, hey, don't wear that because it's women's wear. That actually was a jacket inspired by menswear that went into women's wear and was reclaimed by a guy that it just fit well. So in this particular case, I think he was good to go. Number 2 on this list, makeup. And yes, I think men can wear makeup, especially if they're going to be under the lights. Here I am in a studio. I've got these lights on me, and many of you guys notice sometimes I got a little bit of a brightness and reflection on my face. I don't normally wear makeup, but I understand men who are under the lights who need to be able to, soften and not have that reflected. They got really oily skin, maybe skin that just naturally reflects, or they've been sweating. Other times, you need to wear makeup to actually be able to better express your emotions. So you're going to be up on a stage. You're going to be in a play. You want to perhaps wear lipstick, something that is going to make your lips easier for people to see so that they can see them trembling when you're about to cry, when you're about to show, maybe your eyebrows. I don't know what it is, but yes, under certain circumstances, a man can wear makeup. Item number 3 on this list, nail polish. So let me explain. There are some men that actually have issues with their nails, that they crack, that they break easily, and so they may want to use a clear nail polish that's designed for women to actually strengthen their nails so they don't have issues. And it's a very small percentage of guys, but they do have this issue. I have another friend, he actually bought a certain type of polish that tastes horrible. The reason he did this, he bites his nails. He wanted to break himself of this habit, so his wife went out there, found this for him, and he simply put it on in the mornings. And I can tell you within a few weeks, he was no longer biting his nails. He broke a habit because he actually used something that was designed for women. Next up, we've got scarves. And when it comes to women and scarves, they have got so much more options out there. And that's why I think it's okay for some men to find a scarf that was maybe made for women, but they like the color, they like the pattern, they like the overall look. They can bring that into their wardrobe. Because men, we've just got a lot, just limited options. All of our scarves are going to be about 60 to 80 inches long. They're going to be about 6 inches in height. Women's scarves, on the other hand, they come in square shapes. They come in much taller shapes. They come in different fabrics, different materials. And so if you like color, you're not afraid of color, you want to bring it into your wardrobe, why not? Other times, especially for really lightweight, small silk scarves, you can actually even wear that as an ascot. Next up, let's talk about sunglasses. So this may be cheating a bit because when you look at sunglasses, oftentimes, especially when it's a classic design, like Wayfarers, like Clubmasters, like aviators, the design from the women's side to the men's side, there really isn't much of a difference, if any. And what I love about the women's side, for a lot of smaller guys who have maybe smaller heads, smaller, thinner face shapes, all of this is going to be better on the women's side because the frames proportionally are going to be smaller. So they go over there, maybe on the men's side, it's just something that's way too big, way too bulky, not even the style or the weight they're looking for, and they find what they're looking for on the women's side. They go with the black, they go with the dark brown, and no one is the wiser. So in this case, yes, I think men can wear women's sunglasses. Next up, let's talk about men and purses. I think it's perfectly fine for a man to wear a purse. Nah, not really, but a lot of us have our phone. We've got our keys. We've got all these little things that we need to be able to carry with us. We don't want to stuff them in our pockets. I think it's perfectly a functional bag. It's a lot better. I don't really like the fanny pack. I like these small satchels. I've talked about, I think, Nutsack. I know Man Packs make some pretty great, awesome bags over there. So these companies are putting something out there, especially when it's made from a fabric, a material, leather, or maybe a cotton like type of weave that is very tough looking. All of these things, it gives off a very strong feel and it serves a functional purpose. All right, gentlemen, so now it's your turn. I want to hear from you down in the comments. Do you have a story of actually something that was manufactured for women that you started wearing, you pulled off and you looked great and no one was the wiser? Or maybe your wife knows and she didn't really have an issue. Again, guys, we're not getting into cross-dressing or anything like that. We're just having fun with this video and I would love to hear from you guys. I really appreciate you being part of this community. Look to join our free Facebook group. I can tell you this group's amazing because if you got a date 7 o'clock at night, you can't send me an email with pictures. I'm not going to be able to get back to you. Sorry, I've got a life. But the guys in this group, they're all over the world. And yes, they do have a life. Yes, they are smart. And you can post that picture of what you're about to wear on that date. And within minutes, you will have 20 to 30 great responses of men who want to see you look your best, be able to send the right message. That's what I love about this group and why I highly recommend it. That's it, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the comments. Bye-bye.